Yeah, they will be under a contract where they also get revenues, so they will get a salary. Actually, in Holland, I don't know where this will be, where these astronauts will be hired from, what state legal entity. But in Holland, it's actually not allowed to employ someone and not pay them. So they will be paid. They will be paid a normal competitive salary. So they will also be able to support their families if they leave people behind. If they generate revenues on Mars, that will be used for the Mars mission. So they won't be able to make their own revenues. Just like when you are employed by a certain company, you can't do that same job somewhere else. It's part of your job to make that money, and that will be used for future missions.
Just before going to the newspaper, just to comment about these billionaires, I think that why don't you just play against each other? So you just put on your website, you know, the possibilities with a question mark, and then you just try to get to play with each other. Yeah. Because these guys, you know, that's what probably are sensitive for. Thank you very much for the fantastic presentation. Thank you very much. So the next speakers are actually going to address the issue of isolation in more detail. It's a great pleasure to introduce Senior Master Chief Lansdorp and Fleet Chaplain Boots, and they will discuss about the issues related to isolation, and they will introduce themselves and the problem on their own. Let's welcome the new speakers.
Thank you very much for having us here today. I would like to introduce my colleague Mark Langbroek, who is a senior chief in the Royal Navy, specialized in submarines, and he does a quite good job for the last 30 years. And at this moment, he's occupied with the job of personnel. For me, I started 20 years ago in submarines. I was a trained psychologist, so I did select some crew members. And for 2 years I'm a chaplain at the submarines, so we both are considered experts in the field. Mark.
Thank you. Start, please. The audience, thank you very much for giving us the floor to inform you about a few matters regarding our submarine service. I think there are many similarities between sailing a submarine or flying through the sky in a space rocket. We do have always the urge to come back home and do the things at home. As we see, this club is probably going there and never come back. But everyone has his own. So I'd like to divide this